Hello, hello, good morning, and happy Monday. How are y'all doing today? Hopefully you had a good weekend too. People are starting to do fireworks early already, and it's a couple weeks out from July 4th. So that does not bode well for for us today. Uncle Scientist, hello. How's your you've been working on the editor recently, right? I saw the stream notifications, but wasn't able to watch the streams. How's it been going? You mean a few days out? Is it? Oh yeah, it's the 27th today. Yeah, okay, so it's a week out. Less than a week out. I keep on thinking that like it's not as far into the year as it is. And no, it is. Editor hacking is fun, but he couldn't stream today. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't assume that it's a sorry thing, but yeah, it's like it certainly looks fun when you're working on it. So I can definitely imagine that. So to fix all the test case bugs in the locks interpreter. Oh right, your interpreter thing. That also looks fun. Maybe someday. We'll take a look at that and try following through that. But until then, we are working on this project. So what I want to do, we're here at as a viewer, I want to see interesting shapes in the background. So just starting out for ourselves. So I want to create a new branch for this, just to sort of start off from here, do some good branch work. So this is going to be, I can just take the entire sentence, like the story here, or I can really just do, this is number 8. So I can just do number 8. Number 8, background. I don't know if that actually ties the commit in with the message, or if I have to actually do like a solves or something else with that. That I don't remember the rules for GitHub. All right. So what are we doing? We're it's a slight reset. It's not like a full reset of like delete everything. But what I want to do is make sure we don't have any like extraneous stuff that we don't really need. So we have this like infrastructure here. I do want to sort of like change the organization array from it around. And then I also want to experiment around with, and this might be off stream. I want to experiment with using ECS and Fargate for serving like backends as opposed to just plain EC2. I was looking through their documentation, and the pricing calculator is just completely off. It will basically say like you're gonna be spending $10,000 a month if you do this. But I set it up at my day job, and I'm not seeing very much costs associated with it. Like the costs that I'm really getting are just like other stuff. Our monthly costs like basically didn't change at all. So it does make me wonder, like, what's the real cost for it? They say that we get a 66% discount on the EC2 instances spun up behind the scenes, whereas what I'm doing right now, I get a 0% discount. I could pre-purchase to get up to that 66% discount. That would be something I could do. I could pre-purchase for 1 or 2 years. That would certainly give me that 66% discount. But I'm not completely sure with that. Now that's going to be all sorts of this type of stuff. And then also I was thinking a lot about like how to organize the Pulumi things. I don't really like the idea of using the object orientation like this very much. I think that it might make more sense to, if anything, have maybe different files where we have, instead of just like VPC like this, it would just be, this is just like general infrastructure. Each other one could potentially have new infrastructure that's based upon this, but I really think just sort of like straight down just doing the thing is probably makes more sense. It seems to have less friction with it. So it might have been a case of early optimization, unfortunately. But that's not too bad. I'm not necessarily going to worry about this step right now, or the Pulumi things. I might be doing that off stream. I want to focus on spin up a Hello World Yew.rs app. So we have this platform here. And outside of platform, I have this like cargo lock, cargo toml. Oh, right, because I've turned this into a workspace. I do wonder if I really need to do that. Okay, so I want to experiment with something. If I close VS Code and I open it up in that specific file, so platform. So let's also, I'm gonna delete the cargo.lock and the cargo.toml files. I'm gonna delete target. I'm gonna rename the platform. Well, I mean, I have this as this is all committed, so I can always like go back and look at it from the other branch. So let's go ahead and remove platform 2. Let's see, cargo lock, cargo toml, Docker Compose. I'll keep around for right now because I want to use that to spin up the entire everything. This start VS Code doesn't even work at all. Okay, so if I do that, okay, so I want to do a take of platform front end, probably like platform web, and I'm going to open up that. Okay, so I'm going to open up this. This is platform web. This is a folder inside of the Brooks builds repo. So we're seeing source control from everything, but it's really VS Code is only aware of this folder, which is now empty. I should be able to do a cargo init to set up here. Yankee Kang, hello. Do I have any experience with Java or C#? So I've only done a little bit of debugging in Java, so not very much, not enough for me to say that I have any experience with Java like proper. C#, I did like a really tiny project in one a long time ago, and it was long enough that everything has probably changed since then. But I am planning on learning it enough to make some Unity experiences. But besides that, no, not enough. So I hope that answers your question. Are you looking for somebody to like ask a question about or get help with? I'm sure that there's some Java or C Sharp like online some online like forums to ask, maybe like a Discord or a Slack. For example, in Denver, there's a Denver Devs Discord channel or server where a lot of people from a lot of different languages like hang out, and it's really great to like ask questions there. Maybe there's one in your city. Let's see. Okay, so if we stop here, I want to open up a terminal and new project. Let's update Rust. Okay, we're good. We're at 1.161. We're in platform web. Let's do a cargo init. Okay, so we've got our hello world. Everything is going here. Everything is fine. So if I do a okay, let's start by getting our hello world going. So we want you. Denver, congratulations to the Avs. I know. So I actually took the trip into like downtown the other day, and I was like, oh, event parking. I'm like, oh right, there is a big event going on. And then they won, and it was like, okay, we have 2 teams that have won, championships this year. Let's see if we can make it a third. I doubt it though. All right, let's see. Traffic must have been terrible. I made sure I got out of there really early before everything started getting really bad. Okay, so I want to pull in you. See if cargo install is a little bit. Let's see, do I have cargo install on here? Cargo install you. Wait, nope. It's cargo add you. Okay, so it's not in there yet. So I remember seeing there's a pull request. I thought that I got added in, but apparently not yet. That's going to bring in cargo edit into cargo here, so we can just do cargo add. So the way that works is do cargo install cargo edit. I think that's the one, right? And once we have this, I should be able to do that cargo add command to add in like you or anything else that I want. Okay, so I've got that. Rust Analyzer is rebuilding, so that successfully did it. If we take a look at you, we now have you. All right, so let's start creating these things here. I'll put in, I think that I like the idea of app going into live, but then main is sort of like just, well, main. So Right. I also have to. I always forget. So making sure not to this time. We need our index.html here. And let's see if we can get a trunk serve going. Okay, so we got that there. Localhost 8080. Go is the best for writing web services. I mean, I'm sure that you can find somebody to disagree with that. I think that like each language has like can be really good at all of them, and I'm sure Go is good at it. I've never used Go for writing anything though, so I can't say one way or the other. All right, so here's our hello world going. Sorry for the bright white taking over. So we spin up a hello world Yew.rs app. I'm doing good. Thank you. It's one of those things where it's like the summertime and like it gets so hot that like sometimes we can't go outside, which is so weird. And then it rains, and so like there's like those perfect spots to go outside, and then I wasn't able to go hiking this weekend, which sucked. So it's like one of those like, oh man, I wish I had more time to like go out and like just be in nature. So that's how I'm feeling right now. Is like one of those like, oh man, I wish I had more time for myself. Okay. Let's actually do a commit for each of these. Now, you are not sure what you want to do, so maybe I'm CD'd out here. So I got all those deleted, platform, web. Okay, so let me do a git. That seems all fine. So if I do a commit, my commit message is going to be just sort of like created a world app with you. Okay, that should make that disappear in a second. Okay, so create a component for the background. So what I was initially thinking when we created this, these like stories or like these tasks, was if I want like a bunch of background type things, I can set that up here as just sort of like a component, and so like then update it everywhere else. So if I do background rs, with this one, definitely want stylist to come in. I think it's just stylist, right? Yeah, it is just stylist here. Oh, but oh, look at this. So when I do cargo add, it lists all the features out along with what's in there right now by default and what I don't have access to. Okay, that is a huge reason to start using cargo edit with cargo add like this. Just for this. Okay, so cargo do you have the ability for me to tell you what features? Features. Space separated list of features to add. Alternatively, you can specify features for a dependency by following it with a plus rather than a feature. Nice. Okay, so dash capital F. Can I do an add one again? So we clearly want Yew. Interesting. There's a Yew style too. Okay, so I want Yew at the very least. The Yew style might be interesting. We should take a look at that. Okay, so I want another cargo add stylist dash capital F Yew. Is it just space delimited? Space separated. And then Yew style. I don't know if I need the Yew integration. Can I specify multiple crates with features? That's not multiple crates. Cargo remove stylist. Cargo RM stylist. Okay, so that removed that. Let's try this again. Add stylist F those two. Okay. So then I think they did plus Yew plus Yew use style. Oh, okay. So I just need to use multiple dash Fs like that. I feel like the documentation there was just a little bit off. I might need also Yew integration, but maybe not also. So I want to play around with this and see what this is like. So we have our background here. So let's use Yew. I don't think I need to use stylus because I don't think they have a prelude. So I believe I need a styled component though for this. And this is going to be a background. Okay, so can I use style a hook to create auto updating styles? Returns a style instance, which then we can use. That seems, I don't know if it's like super, like that much easier or like simpler to use, but it does follow the hook sort of method. So maybe it'll be good. Let's try it. So if I do style equals style, now our CSS goes in here. And so we could put like a multi-line stir or just a single line stir inside of here. So in a way, it'll be exactly the same. Which is, okay, that's, I guess it just needs a stir. All right, so let's do like, I need this to be a width and a height of like 100 view height. Wait, can I use? So I've learned recently. I was listening to the what's the West Bosses and Scott Talinsky's podcast, Syntax. I was listening to Syntax and they were talking about there's new view height and view width selectors. It's not selectors, right? It's like the actual values. So it's the other thing. So I think it's like I want max view height. It's like can I use max view height? View height. Oh, viewport units. Oh, okay, it's the other way around. So view width, view height, view min, view max. Okay, so then we're here on like latest. Basically, it's available everywhere. Okay. So I want view max for the largest that the background could possibly be. So I want height 100 be max, width 100 oh, is it VW max? Wait, maybe that's not it. DV max, DV, okay, DV, oh, this is it. Oh, and we're getting significantly less support for these. Yeah, okay. There's small and large. So Firefox has it. Chrome does not have it. Safari has it. And Safari and iOS and Firefox for Android. That's interesting. Okay, so if I want to make this available for everything, I would do, I think I still need to do the same sort of trick where we do R we're going to set if I want to make this more like a U type thing, I can actually have a function to sort of return this. So what if I have this function create style, create CSS, I would probably need to return this as a string, right? Oh, I can do it as a static stir. It's like if I try to do something like this, this is going to be lifetime problems, right? So I want to return then instead of view, call create CSS. Yeah, so you're saying missing lifetime specifier, so I want a static stir. You need to actually return HTML, so that's fine. Okay, so for this, I want this is probably just going to be a fairly simple div. With nothing in it, so I need to set you to have a width and a height. So a width by default is 100%, but we can make sure that it really is set to that. So width is, let's do 100 v width. Then I can now do, because I am using Firefox, I can do large v width or dv width for a dynamic view width. So width is 100 dv width. Height is 100 view height. Is 100 dvh. Okay, background color. We're going for like this sort of color, which I think is soft enough for stream. Which is this this here. And then I need to actually pull this in and use it inside of here. So we'll take away our hello world. And put in our background. Okay, there we go. Still not great. I need a CSS reset here to help out with that. Let's go find a reset. There we go. Okay, so now you're completely covered. There's no margins. There's no nothing. Left and right is fine. If I open up you're still fine. It doesn't have any kind of like strange bars showing up. So, okay, so far so good. Add circles to the background. So, free one. Hello. Okay, so circles to the background. So the idea here is something like this. I just want some like just circles just in random places. I don't want to necessarily do a canvas. And I'm okay with these like sort of being random and sort of like putting themselves in different positions. So if oh, can I explain that CSS reset? I'll pull something from CDN instead of putting your own CSS to do it. Absolutely. Well, I could first explain the pull in from the CDN. That's easy. because I'm lazy and I don't want to do it. Second of all, I've just used Maya resets for a long time in the past. They're very, very simple. So let's go take a look at what a Maya reset is. They actually put, this is the entire CSS that I pulled in. Can I make you dark? No. Okay. They've met it. Okay. Brightness. Cool. They do not handle this. Okay, let's copy this and throw it in here. All right, your type is CSS. All right, so a Maya reset is Meyer is like, I guess, like the name of the person that sort of like does this, or the name of the organization that sort of like set this up. So that's not really anything to focus on. The reset part is, and there's different people have come up with different resets here. But the general philosophy is that every single browser, and then even the same browsers on different operating systems, have different sort of defaults and presets. And this is one of the big reasons why you get different behaviors in different browsers across devices. So for example, I'm on a Mac on Firefox. If I open this on Safari on a Mac, or in the new Edge or Chrome, each one would look different, even if I have the exact same code. I add in this reset here, and what it's really doing is setting defaults for everything. So here we can see, okay, all of these tags, we are now setting it to that they have no margin, no padding, no border. Their font size is 100%. So whatever I say that the font size should be, it's 100% of that. The font inherit the vertical line baseline. So I can, before this all gets done, I can also set the font to be something that I want it to be. HTML5 display role reset for older browsers. So basically tell it to display block for these things, just in case they don't know what to do. These are all just basically sane defaults for tags to make them look consistent. Now the only thing I have to worry about is just some certain CSS not being handled by some browsers. And that's pretty much it. Everything else should just work the way I would expect it to, and it should generally look the same across all browsers. There might be some things I have to handle, but not too many. If I did want to create a font, I would do that up here. So inside of this link, I could do a style. We'll do roots. We'll do a font family. And this is now where I can say, okay, what font do I want? And then everything will sort of like inherit from this. You're surprised there isn't something built into CSS to do that now? I think this is less of something built into CSS and more of every browser behind the scenes actually has a CSS style sheet, and they apply that to your websites, like every website you go to, just by default. That's just what they do. And so this, they apply that first, and then this one runs. So that's I'm resetting whatever the browser wants to do. I don't necessarily know a good one to use. Like I keep on going back and forth on like which ones I actually like. We can just go with like something basic like Arial, Helvetica, Sans Serif. That's safe enough. We can do a font size. Font size, let's do like 25 pixels is our base font size. If I come here and go back down to 0% width here, well, I don't have any text yet. Let me fix that. I'll do a p tag. We'll just say oh, that's not great. This all shows up behind this because it's in the flow. So I need to remove this background from the flow. Interesting. Okay. Notice here that the sizes, though, that's not too bad of a size for this. But notice they're exactly the same because I've reset the sizes of all of my headings. So now I have to explicitly set them myself to make them the correct size that I want. Now to make this all work, I want to go back into background and remove this from the flow. So I'm thinking a position fixed or position absolute. And then also I need to make sure that this is behind everything else. So possibly a Z index. But maybe I don't want the background colors in here, do I? I might want this inside of the other one. Yeah, I might want to set like the background colors back here for something. I mean, really, I should select like body, and that would be inside of here. It's like we select root here. Okay, let's do this. Let's create a static. We're going to do our main.css. And I want to, okay, so I'm going to throw in Yew. For background, I think that these should also be, I don't actually know if I need this specifically for this one, but I want this background color to be associated with the body. I don't actually know if I need anything like, I probably need this to be like fixed in the background. Maybe. I'll keep it like that for right now. And then I need to set up in the library, I need to tell trunk to copy this static into dist. Okay, so we're gonna say, hey, trunk, copy dir. The path to the dir is this static, and then copy that entire directory over, and there's static now. So then you can do that, and there we go. Okay, everything is happy again. I want to have some circles to the background. So to me, this is another component. We want a sort of like a circle component for this. So I'm sort of feeling that like this background, I want these components probably together. Let's So I guess this is gonna be a circle. Do I want this to be like a background circle specifically? Maybe. Okay, so I'm just gonna have this be a plain simple div. Okay, so what is one of these circles going to look like? I want, maybe we can just say I want your width to be like 3 rem, your height to be 3 rem. We want you to have a border radius of maybe like 100%, I believe, makes you a circle. Background color of, let's just do red for right now. Okay, so if I have this background circle, then I want my background to pull this in. And let's just pull in one right now. So, okay, that just sits there in the top there. Now, if I want to move that around and have it be in like sort of a random position, random might be a bit too much, but let's give this a position absolute. And then I can do top of like 15 rem, left of like 3 rem. That moves that around. Okay, so I can have this positioned wherever I want. Now everything is in, this is like in front of this, which is not great for like a background image of like that sort of changes. So if I want you to go behind everything, I think I need to use a z-index for this. Let's do a z-index of like as far back as we can get it. And I might have to do a z-index forward for everything else. So if I put you back to like, let's just say like 1 and 1. Yeah, everything else is gonna need a z-index in front of that. Which does make me wonder for you, I'm gonna have to give like z-indexes for you, so I think I need like a div surrounding all of you. Okay, so for this one, I'm probably going to want this to be position relative. Can I just do a z-index right off the bat? I don't remember if I need to use z-indexes with a position tag. So I want z-index. Let's do like 100. Oh, I do have this up here. So I wonder if I can also get away with that by just changing the order that I have the background. So I have the background back here. I wonder, like, can I not do you then? Or will you just work? You kind of do. I believe that this circle is now being pushed down here. So I don't need any of that. Position absolute. Oh, look at that. If I don't have the position absolute, it goes wherever it wants to go. And then your position as absolute and you, oh, right. Okay. Yeah, so then this now goes wherever it wants. Now this is still behind everything else, so or sorry, it's still in front of everything else. So if I make you fixed, if I make you fixed, I think I do need something else to be above it. So I'm gonna put this div back again. We're gonna take out these here. Okay, so we're kind of happy there. You're unhappy still. So for this div, z-index has no effect on this element since it's not a positioned element. Try setting its position property to something other than static. So if I do position relative, which doesn't really change anything, but now it's a positioned element. And so now everything goes behind it here. So that's fine. And then in our background circle, I want you to be not just red, but RGBA, 255, 0, 0, like 0.2, I think. And now you're like super faint in the background. Maybe I can even go like there, like that. That's pretty faint. You can, looks like you could barely see that. Now, size wise, is there something I can do to sort of like, we can bring in rand to set the sizes of these randomly. My sort of plan with this is because we do a lot of like sort of like interesting web and sometimes like games and other visualizations. I want to eventually swap out some like the backgrounds with other maybe like visualizations, maybe have them like static, but you can press a button to actually make them like go and do something. I don't know. It could be like a fun space to do something in. Okay, so if I want this to be a random number here, I need to pull in a rand then. Okay, let's see. Okay, so cargo add rand. There's not really anything there that I need. It was get random. I now need a cargo add get random, I believe. Is it get random or is it get random? Rand rs web assembly get random. John Will, hello. So the create, oh, is it just get random like this? Okay, so it's just get random. So add get random, and then I want JS, I believe. So can I re-add this? We'll do, yeah, okay, so I think that did it. So if we go and take a look at our cargo.toml, here's get random with the feature JS. Okay, so that's nice and set up for us. We can see here that WASI, web browser, WASM32 unknown is... Yeah, get random features JS. I think if we just have that, everything works as expected. Which means we can now come back to background circle. Let's... Okay, so if I want width to be let's gen a range between 0 and like how wide can I go? I probably don't want to use left and right as rem. Let's use percent. So 0 and 100%. Oh, it's this. Oh, what is Pulumi? So Pulumi, and I didn't have it in here. We sort of like have that reset. Pulumi is a infrastructure as code. It's not really a language, and it allows a lot of different languages. It's I like it a lot. It's really cool. So if I go to, here's an example of using Pulumi to control AWS to create a static website using S3. Well, doesn't really. Let's go to their source code. You could. Using S3, CloudFront, a Amazon Certificate Manager, Route 53, and several other sort of like things working together. And so this is what it ends up looking like. This is, you have different languages that you can program in for Pulumi. TypeScript is the one that I've been using recently. They do have Go. They do have Java, Python, some other ones, I believe. I'm hoping that eventually they come out with a Rust version. That would be pretty amazing, and sort of like feels like something that might be good for it. But that might just be my bias too. Okay, so anyways, this is what it sort of looks like. We basically just write code to tell Pulumi what to do. Behind the scenes, it's kind of using a bunch of things like what is that configuration file based one that does the same thing? It's Terraform, I think, behind the scenes. It's like here, this is how you create a S3 bucket. You just say, okay, I want to create a new S3 bucket. You get an instance of that. You can say what the name is, what the ACL is going to be, things like that. So if you ever need to control a cloud, this is one way to do it. And AWS is not the only cloud that they support. There's a whole bunch of clouds. So like all the big ones, and then a bunch of them that I have never heard of before too. All right, so if I get width and height, so let our height, okay, so now I need this to change. Now I need this to be a let our sort of like the style equals, and we're going to do a format now. With you being, okay, so I wonder, can I still do like the R# thing to go with new lines like this? I wonder if that works. Okay, for this width, I now want you to be width, and you'll be percent. Height will now be height percent. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to be returning a capital S string now, which means that for you, this create aster. Oh, then actually return this. Okay, that certainly is a thing. Oh, you know what? Width and height. I probably want this to be, okay, let's do between like 3 and like 25, and we'll do rem for this one. Oh, I'll do this as size. So I'll have size as you. We'll do left. So the U can be between 0 and 100. You can be right. So width is going to be size. You can be rem. Top. Okay. You are going to be left percent, a left top, and then so I guess, okay, we'll do this as top. Then you are left. Percent there. Okay, so now I got a circle there, and if I hit refresh, it changes sizes and positions. Now, sometimes it's like out of screen down there. And I guess like that's okay, but I would prefer not to make it trigger the scroll bar, but I don't know how to disable the scroll bar for that and not also disable the scroll bar if I have just like extra things that actually go down that deep. So let's maybe do, instead of 100%, What if I do this as 100 to like 90%? 95? And instead of view width or height, instead of percent, I do this as like view dynamic view height. I don't know if that works. Oh, wait. I can also set... Wait, can I set overflow here? Overflow hidden? I don't know if I can do that for this one. Oh, that wouldn't be here. That would be on here, wouldn't it? So, overflow or like none. None of these make the scroll bar go away. I don't think there is like a... Oh, there's scroll behavior. But I don't know what you want to do that. John Will, you finally started reading Teach Like a Champion recently from my previous recommendation. Do you find your teaching or speaking improved from doing these streams at all? Oh, absolutely. My speaking has definitely improved. Like being able to, in conversations, come up with something to say on the moment. It's just practice, right? Like if you stretch your brain and you tell it, I wanted to come up with something, it will do that. But if I do overflow in a body, so that might work. I'm a little bit hesitant to do it on a body. You're off there. You're off from there. I'm a little bit hesitant to do it on a body because if I actually have content that goes down all the way, I don't want it to go down all the way. But here, if we do overflow hidden, that technically works. But now if I have like extra stuff in the body that goes all the way down, that doesn't work anymore. So I would need to, at this point, create like a frame or like a div, and then that would have a scroll bar. That would be just sort of like a little bit weird. So I think we can do some math maybe. Or can I, if I do these circles as position, there's a way to get them, like to put them outside of the screen and not have like a scroll bar show up, right? If I do fixed, does that make you? Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so if I just do position fixed. So I do that, background circle, position fixed. You're fine here, and then you're fine here. There, no scroll bar anymore. And so I fixed the position of the circles, and they're behind the scenes, and they're now just sort of wherever I want. So I think position fixed is the way to go for it. Overflow YX, I think we run into the same problem here, which is that I might be overzealous. Overflow might be overzealous and like stopping things that I want to display. I think this works here. Now, I want a whole bunch of these circles. So we now have rand. So I want to create a bunch of these background circles and just sort of have them in here. So if I wanted to create, let's say, 5 of them, so for like 0 to 5, will that work? Expected valid HTML element. Okay, so I can't do that. I need to have, I think, a vector of these, and then that might work. Okay, so let's do let round circles, I guess, like background elements. Then, okay, so in here, I want to now push in these HTML tags. So we'll do background elements. Oh, I need you to be mutable. Okay. You're gonna be HTML. Which is gonna be then this background circle like that. Okay, and now can I push you inside of here? Oh right, there's a way to do that. Forgot how to do the loop. It's like concepts. Okay, so I want to do this. So iter collect into HTML. So this is going to be the background elements, iter, and then just straight up collect into that. Vino doesn't implement display. If it's collecting into that HTML, can I just do background elements? Nope, not background circle, background elements. Would you be happy? Oh yeah, okay. That's how this works. So now I have a whole bunch of these. And every time I hit refresh, they're in random positions. And so my thought is I can do a little bit of animation to have them sort of like floating up or like moving position, but then have the animation be really slow. Like so slow you don't notice it when you're reading something, but fast enough that you will like later on, like 10 minutes later, you're looking, it's like, hey, they're in different positions. So like one of those little Easter eggs that, you know, if you're here, you'll notice it right away because you saw me do it. But I am gonna have to do that next time because it is 8:18 a.m., which means that I need to start getting ready for work. So I'm going to go ahead and commit all of this code up now. So let's go ahead and close all of you. I don't need to save you. We're good to go here. So Okay, so let's see. What did we do? We created 5 circles and the background with random sizes and positions. All right. I'll push. Okay. Git push -u origin. All right, there we go. And that is pushed up. Every so often, one of the circles should have Zilby's face in it. Oh, I have the Zilby cool emote. We should integrate that in somewhere. I don't know if it will be in one of those images because it might be too hard to see. And I don't know if it will if scrunching up or going down will be good for it, but we need to put it somewhere. Absolutely. Great idea. Okay, so with that, I'm going to go ahead and take off for the day. So I'll be back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Mountain Time, and we're going to continue on with this. If I do end up working off stream, I usually begin each stream by just sort of reviewing what I did offline, if I did anything. So with that, I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.